and joining our friend Doug Simmons, who's been with this brand, part of this family brand for generations now. And this is some of the best toffee in the world. I swear by it. I've given it as gifts when we offered the big slabs and it first came onto QVC. And there's just a great gift box. And it's the water and the altitude and the whole thing combined. And then they came out with these guys. Then they came out with the Petites, like individually wrapped, delicious, grab one and go. You can get the combo if you want to. So it's a big 2.3 pound tub of a lot of delicious, some of the best toffee you're ever going to have in your life. I'm going to go through the choices because they're going to be a lot to choose from. One is going to be the butter toffee and one is going to be the almond toffee. So if you want it without the nuts, go for it. You can do that in the milk chocolate if you want to right now. You can do it in the dark chocolate without the nuts, and you can do the combo, real simple, of the milk and the dark. There it is. That's no nuts whatsoever. That's the butter toffee. Up top here, you have the almond toffee, and that, again, is done with the milk chocolate. You can get them all in the dark chocolate, individually wrapped, delicious. They're different color wrappers as well. And then this is actually my favorite. This is with the almond, and it's the combo of the milk chocolate and the dark chocolate. I love, love, love the packaging, but I love even more what it is. This is a treat that you will not forget. It's absolutely delicious, and it's one of a kind. So without the almonds, with the almonds, milk or dark, your choice. Let's go to Doug. Well, Doug, where are you right now? Are you Skyping in from Colorado? Give us a little update. What's going on?
From Grand Junction, Colorado. And, you know, after that steak and the fish and everything, I'm bringing dessert from Colorado, Rick.
That's great.
And
I love that.
It's our world-famous almond toffee petites. And, you named it. It's an almond toffee in milk darker combo and butter toffee in milk darker combo. And I'll tell you what, this is we're so happy to be with you on QVC and have these beautiful spring tubs just in time for the Easter holiday or whatever other celebration you have going on. And I'll tell you what, these are beautiful tubs, but it's our delicious toffee that, you know, Rick, we cook it here in Colorado at altitude. And as you were saying, we cook at altitude and the water comes out easy. So we get this nice, light, fluffy cook. And so the toffee is tender to the bite. In the almond toffee, the almonds roast in the butter toffee, so you get the essence of the almonds.
You do.
And then the butter toffee, which is our newest product, really, although we've been making it for a while. But the delicious butter toffee for those of the people that have maybe a nut allergy or they just don't like the almonds or whatever, the butter toffee is just delicious, melt in your mouth. Both are coated in our signature milk and dark chocolates, the 38% cacao milk, the 61% cacao dark, and it's just a delightful piece of what we like to say, adult confection, if you will.
It really is. It really is. And we cut these in half because a little goes a long way. I know you told the story really well. Let's do a little show and tell. We're going to show a little video now and take you out to Grand Junction and how this is done. How far back are we going here, Doug? How many years?
Well, this is about the late 50s, 1960. We were an ice cream company for 30 years, from 29 to the late 50s. And Chet had experimented with candy making and developed toffee for an ice cream ingredient. But he and the partner decided to sell. The partner needed to leave. It was Jones Enstrom Ice Cream. But in 1960, he founded the candy company. And here I am in 1979.
You haven't changed a bit. You have not changed a bit.
My handy-dandy little mustache and my paper hat, and my father-in-law laughing at me in the background with my wife.
So great.
And, so this is great. So that's 46 years ago. And now our two little babies down there in the front with Jamie and I and the rest of the family, here they are now. And so my two sons are our fourth generation of owner-operators of the company, of which we couldn't be more proud.
I love that.
Because, you know, and the boys have been in with us now roughly 14 years, and they are, you know, just taking it by the horns and really rocking and rolling. We got a lot of good stuff going on.
Want to hear more? Let me give you the offer again and let everybody know what's happening here. It's sale price. You're getting 2.3. About how many pieces in each tub? About, because it's done by weight, Doug. What would you say?
Well, it's 2.3 pounds, and there's approximately 75 pieces in each tub. And if you look at this plate of toffee that I have in front of me here, that of the combination almond toffee, that is one tub. It barely fits on the plate. I had to keep picking them up off the counter to try to keep them on there. But It's great for your Easter buffet. Great to take to your pals at the office.
Oh, it's
or
a whole
wherever
lot.
you're going.
It's a whole lot of
And
toffee.
it is a lot. It's a lot.
So,
And yeah,
so
delicious.
once again, here's what you can do. You can do it with the nuts or without the nuts. Without the nuts, just called the butter toffee, milk chocolate. Done. Great. Fantastic. Here it is. That's the butter toffee, dark chocolate. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate. And here it is in the combo. I would consider the combo because you're getting a little bit of each. You're getting a whole lot of each if you want to pick that up. And then this is how it started. This is the almond toffee with the almonds in it and that incredible toffee in the milk chocolate, in the dark chocolate, and here it is in that combo. Here's what I was going to ask you, though. Going back to 1960, because I'm about to have a bite.
Yeah.
How much has changed in the process in that time, and how much has not changed, like you're doing it the old-fashioned way after all this time?
Well, I'll tell you, our traditional toffee, we still do in 70-pound batches in
Wow.
the copper kettles. But we developed in the early 2000s, we developed a new system where we could create the same exact toffee and cook it in a continuous basis so that we could cut it into individual pieces and completely enrobe. And what that gave us, when you have this fresh butter toffee in there, if it's open to the atmosphere, the butter will oxidize and go rancid fairly quickly. In these petites, we're enrobing in delicious chocolate, which is a lot of cocoa butter, and cocoa butter is very stable. So that's our first package, is the delicious chocolate around the butter toffee, and it's keeping it fresh. And that gives us a year shelf life at room temperature, which was a remarkable discovery for us. And so that's what we're doing a lot of this today. We still do all the traditional stuff. We do everything you can imagine, probably 250 or 300 different types of candies for our retail stores and stuff.
Wow.
But this is the toffee. That the toffee is what brought us to the dance. And hey, Rick, I got to give you a little trouble. You know, when I with my tubs here, they're full to the lid. They're full to the lid. And I want to tell you, when you look at that, they're full to the lid. I'm looking at your tubs there on the set. Somebody's been dipping into the goods.
Yeah, I think,
there.
well, you know, David came in here at 2 o'clock this afternoon to do some prep, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know how they magically started to disappear here. I know exactly what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Take it away.
Doug.
Take it away.
Hey,
all right, I'll leave
it
for the sell and then after.
David, nice to see you.
Hey, I got another question for you. By the I love it. So what are they loving right now, Mr. Producer? You're loving both milk chocolate items with the nuts and without, right? There's 2 ship dates. One's now and one's the end of March. So March 31st if you want it. The immediate ship now, across the board in every option, is very limited. So wait, Doug, guess what? Get to work making these because there's fewer than 100 to go around. And fewer than 100. And the milk, butter, and the milk almond, last call. Immediate ship date, last call. Right now. Here it is.
I will tell you this. I will tell our QVC enthusiasts out there, if you haven't tried the dark, it's really delicious, and it's a mild dark. It's only 61% cacao. So if you're a dark lover and you like to get up into the 70 or 80% cacaos or whatever, and that's great, but those get pretty bitter. This dark chocolate is delicious on our toffee, and it gives you just a little bit more of a chocolate hit, and it's absolutely delicious. Obviously, milk is the most popular and always has been, but boy, the dark, if you haven't tried it and you like a little bit of dark chocolate,
yes, sir,
you got to try that.
Okay, but here's what we got to know, America. Here's what you need to know. It's the toffee, and not all toffee is created equal. And some toffee, you need to go to the dentist, right? Because you can chip your tooth after that, right? So it's the consistency and the bite of the toffee. And I got a quick question. I wonder if any of our foodies here know this. The difference between toffee and caramel. What is the difference, actually, technically, Doug?
Well, the difference with the caramel has a lot of corn syrup in it. And so the way we cook our toffee, it's a short grain, so it's brittle and it breaks. Caramel is a long grain and it stretches. But the other type of toffee that the English refer to is a very hard kind of toffee that they sell with a hammer. This is not that. And it's hard because all of England is at sea level and you're cooking down there. The water doesn't come out as easy. And it'll get scorched and hard pretty quick.
Is that right?
Our toffee, light and fluffy. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell the world, Rick, in front of you and everybody, our secret ingredient is altitude.
Is being in Colorado. is being in the Rocky
It
Mountains.
is.
How great is that?
It is.
You really
Yes.
think that that makes a difference in the cooking, in the making of the actual toffee?
Years ago, when I first joined the candy company, I went to a candy school in Erie, Pennsylvania that they held for 3 weeks. And I was in Erie for 3 weeks. And I tried to cook our toffee down there, and I was stunned at how difficult it was. And how, because there's more atmospheric pressure. Up here in Colorado where we are, water boils at about 202 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit. At sea level, you're 212. And so when the water comes out easy, the toffee cooks more quickly, and it doesn't, there's not a lot of pressure pushing it into the kettle. So we get this nice, light, fluffy cook.
Now, you know, America, right? It's the altitude. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Here's the update from Grand Junction right to your door. If you want the immediate ship date, like you want it soon, I don't want to wait. We're down to the dark chocolate, because milk is sold out in the intermediate.
Oh.
You can still get it in 331.
We'll make some more. We'll make more.
Yeah, but please make one. And here comes the dark chocolate, if you want to, both options. Few dozen each of those, and then they're sold out. Combo, guys, combo. I highly recommend the combo. By the way, these are filled to the brim. David took some, and that's why they're not filled. Yours is going to be full to the brim. This is 40 payments of $11. It's going to be the right weight. You know it's going to be the right weight. Go for it.
And
Love
you know,
the packing.
Rick,
Yeah.
once again, these beautiful spring tubs created just for QVC for this period of sales, and they're delightful. And I'll tell you what, they'll make your friends happy, and you can share the petites all over. If you've got 74 friends, you can each maybe have one, approximately though. Just approximately.
But got it. My best buddy lives in Louisville, man. Next time out, I'm coming to Grand Junction. I'm going to Grand Junction. I want to see this being made. I want to see it being done.
We'd love to have you. And you know, it was such a delight to have the QVC team into our store, and they transitioned our store into the Spaceship Enterprise, and we had a great deal with Mary DeAngelis came in, and we had a great couple of shows in our retail store. It was such a pleasure to have QVC come and see us.
Very good. Doug, thank you so much. Hey, almost sold out of the immediate ship date. You're loving the Enstrom toffee. We're going to keep it going here. It's time for my grandma's. Mr. Venable.
Time for our best-selling coffee cake. This is my grandma's coffee cake, and this is a brand new flavor. This is lemon blue.